what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, let's talk some boxing. Appreciate everybody for checking back in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, and share the video. But let's talk a little bit about some boxing, about who Crawford could fight in November. I heard some reports that changed that they saying September, October now. I heard Bob Arum say they planning something big for him in November. So I'm going to stick with that. But first off, let's talk about the Golden Boy prospect out of Austin, Texas, Travell Mazion. It was reported that he passed away. I got there early this morning in a multi-car crash. I think it was in his hometown, Austin, Texas. And he passed away. I think he was just about to turn 25 next week. So he was 17-0, 13 knockouts. I first seen him when he had got the big victory on the Gary Spike O'Sullivan, Jaime Munguia undercard. And I thought he was like a middleweight or super middleweight, but he was a 154-pounder, 6'2". He was 17-0 with 13 knockouts. And we know Golden Boy fails to promote their black fighters, but he was a talented fighter from Texas that not a lot of people knew about. So I was excited to see where his career was going to go. But, 2020 strikes again, and it just seemed like it ain't really been the year of anything good happening. So my condolences to the whole Texas boxing community, his family. Yeah, man, I woke up to some bad news. I hate that. But, I'm not sure if Golden Boy issued a statement. But if I'm a black fighter, I'm not signing with Golden Boy. That dude had talent, and they just neglected to, really push him the way, he should have been pushed as a fighter. But, we move on, okay? But blessings to him and, condolences to his family. But I heard that they are eyeballing Sean Porter for November for Terence Crawford. It's up to Sean Porter to accept the fight. I heard Kell Brook was also an option. Somebody was saying that Andre Ward said Crawford need to keep busy, and they say he's wasting his time. How can I stay busy with fighting a level of no opponent? Do you want me to go out there and hit the pads with Bomac out there on ESPN Thursday night? You know what I'm saying? What they want him to do. It's hard to keep fighting and getting up for fights that don't get you up. You can say you train the same way, you train hard for every fight and all this, but then again, who want to go out there and take damage at 32 years old, and the reward ain't nothing. You can say, okay, it's about the money. Yeah, it's about the money, but then again, he 32. He fighting to cement his legacy. He fighting to, embed his name in the history books. And, you can say you can send him out there and fight a Ray Robinson or this, that, and the third, but, he don't take well to criticism. And you really want to put him in that position to fight Ray Robinson? I don't know what they want from the dude. They want him to stay active. Andre Ward, you didn't stay active in your career after you won the Super 6. You ducked Lucian Bute. And I'm not going to say it was a bad duck, but it was bad. Should have fought that man, regardless of what you felt he did or didn't do, by not participating in the Super 6. We can get into that. But, you fought Evan Rodriguez. You was fighting all them meaningless fights and staying inactive. And I get him, just staying active and fighting the body. But, don't nobody want to see that, bro. You putting him in there in a subpar performance, and you putting Ugas in there with Ramos, it's not going to help the sport. It's just not going to help the sport. And I'm going to say it again. It's not going to help the sport. And these dudes want to kill boxing. I can care less. Look, my channel ain't like built on boxing and solely boxing. I can care less what happened. I didn't enjoy very many good years in boxing. The 90s, the early 2000s, even the early 2010s. At the end of the day, love the sport, but the way they taking it, bruh, it's just trash. It truly is. And these fighters can't grow a pair. It could be Al, it could be the other promoters, but if I'm Crawford, I don't want to stay out here fighting these nobodies. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. while Earl Spence getting credit for fighting dudes that Keith Thurman fought years ago. Sean, Danny. If you get Pacquiao, it's Pacquiao, you know. Even if you get Pacquiao next year, still 1 year after Keith Thurman got him. 2 years after Keith Thurman got him if you get him in July. They don't even feel like that was a year ago when he fought Pacquiao. But it was a year ago. Just over a year ago. So, like I said before, they crediting Earl Spence and other welterweights for doing something that they've been there. Crawford been at the division, 2 years and some change? Earl Spence and Keith Thurman and Sean Porter all came above 47. Earl even fought as a middleweight. Sean has fought as light heavyweight, super middleweight. Keith Thurman first 10 or 16 fights, whatever it was, or 12, was as a junior welterweight. A super welterweight. So we crediting them for for basically continue to fight at 47 and not try to go up and win multiple weight classes, like dominate multiple weight classes. It is what it is. People got a funny way of looking at stuff. They should be gone, and Crawford should be fighting another level, another layer of opposition. These dudes just staying at 47 because they can't compete at 54 and they can't survive at 160. That's it. All these welterweights been here for years. Danny Garcia been at the weight for years. Earl been at the weight for years. Keith and Sean been at the weight for years. And the latter three all moved down. But hey, Crawford fighting, if they trying to get Sean Porter training. Not sure. We heard Sean Porter got the green light to fight him last year. Nothing really happened. Kenny kept saying, Bob called me. Why is Bob calling you? If you want to fight, you can get in touch with Bob. At the Fury 2 Fox press conference, Sean Porter was sitting next to Bob Arum. He didn't ask for the fight like Kell Brook did. So, it is what it is. If Sean Porter take the fight, he take the fight. Crawford Ben said he'd fight Sean Porter. People act like it was new news. They sent him. They tried to inquire about him fighting Bud when he won the WBC. That's why Crawford said when he had a belt, he wasn't trying to unify or nothing. That's a fact. They called Kenny and Sean to see if they want that fight, and they said no. Top Rank just ain't gonna spill no rumors out there. I'm gonna tell you, they contacted Sean, they contacted Keith, they contacted Earl, they contacted Danny Garcia. Y'all fought me on that one until Danny admitted it, and all of them said no. But if he fights Sean Porter, it's a good fight. They know each other. Sean Porter's, one of the more athletic welterweights there. He got good feints, head movement, and he got that overhand right and left that can give Terence some trouble. But it'll be a good fight, but I just don't imagine that fight happening without fans. Straight up and down. I don't. Like I said before, Crawford probably going to go down as a forgotten fighter. All these dudes going to go down as forgotten fighters, to be honest. These dudes 30 years old and still ain't have marquee fights. Elite fight. So, if Sean get in there, kudos to Sean. I tip my hat off to him, but I don't see it happening. Sean a tough guy, strong guy, coming off a loss, but it was a competitive loss. It was the best fighter's career. His stock has not been any higher. I prefer Sean over Kell Brook. Obviously, we knew Manny Pacquiao wasn't going to tangle with Crawford. You got people swear that Pacquiao would beat Crawford. But, he wasn't trying to fight Earl Spence or Crawford or Keith Thurman. So Keith Thurman, looked shaky versus Osito Lopez. But these the same dudes that call Pacquiao a legend. Legendary fraud. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, Pacquiao's a legend. This motherfucker been, draining people, ducking people, cheating his whole career. You know what I'm saying? You go from getting stopped multiple times in your career, all of a sudden to moving up and dominating bigger men, even though he was draining dudes. People talk about what he did to Margarito. He fought him at 54. What he did to Cotto, he drained him. What he did to Oscar De La Hoya, he drained him. His whole career has been talking about draining. Morales in the second fight, he drained him. You know what I'm saying? You can go on and on and on and on. Catchweight king. And once again, he ain't trying to fight nobody. He's an opportunist. And then he's an excuse maker too. My shoulder. My shoulder. It is what it is. But hey, it's Crawford, Sean Porter, and Kell Brook. I would be surprised if he got either one of them. Kell Brook asking for a lot of money. Sean Porter probably gonna be asking for a lot of money. It don't make no difference. Boxing's becoming dead. It's dead. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody care about these makeshift fights they putting up, man. You know, they said, oh, you know, when we start making fights during this pandemic, promoters said they gonna make the best fights. Yeah, they walk it like they talking, man. But I don't believe it, man. I don't care about Wilder Fury 3, all the excuse making. Just don't care about too many of the fights coming up. I'm excited about Charlo and Derevchenko and Luke and Ryan, but other than that, looking from a casual fan perspective, they can't fuck with the UFC right now. Straight up. And now people making excuses in the comment section. Well, the UFC, you know, it's during the pandemic and they, you know, nothing else is on. I mean, shit, Top Rank Boxing is on, and they got a tag of known as free 99. The tag is free. All it costs is a cable subscription. And ain't nobody watching that. They just excuse that. And y'all want to say, well, you know, wait till the Top Rank PBC coming back. PBC ain't here. They ain't got nothing lined up. But hey, I heard Terence and Sean or Kell Brook is what they talking about in November. I don't know what they talking about September, October. Maybe they changed it. Maybe it's, you know, it's just a tentative date. But we'll see what happens. But I heard that's what they talking about. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check out our welterweight playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, response, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. That's the best way to donate. Cash App, PayPal, subscription as well. One time for the one time we gone.